Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to Reach Out Reptiles, where we try really hard to be the bridge that connects you with the wild that really makes you human. It is feeding day here at Reach Out Reptiles, but more importantly, it's Talk 'em Up Tuesday. Today's episode, we're going to talk about Forrest Fanning, the man behind RepTech, behind Cold Blooded Cafe, and a man behind the establishment of a slew of new species in captivities. Check this out. This guy's got racks full of scaleless stuff. Look at this. Yeah. Such a wild. This is a scaleless corn snake. And look, it's actually shedding right now. Okay, before we jump back into all this stuff, as exciting as it is, I just want to point out my filing cabinet. And I collect a bunch of stickers from all kinds of places on here. If you want to be on the filing cabinet, send me a sticker. Today I'm just going to quickly feature the Iguana Fest sticker. Okay, this was down at Ty Park's place. Awesome, dude. Last year, he actually put on a big conservation event. If memory serves me right, it raised about $60,000 for iguana conservation. And you might see some of my my stuff around the shop, you know, that I've actually won at the auction there. It was a great time. And check out Kira, K-I-R-A, Goes to Iguana Fest if you really want to see an awesome YouTube video by Dave Kaufman on that. Shoot me a sticker. I'll slap it on the cabinet. Magnet works too. And give you a shout out to say thanks. Okay, so here we go. Forrest Fanning. I actually met this guy last year. Oh, let's see. Where was it at? It was at Pomona. And it was a lot of fun getting to meet him. I was kind of tagging along with Brian Cusco at the time. And if you guys watch Brian Cusco's vlogs while he was in Komodo, he and I were communicating a lot during that time, and Forrest was along on that trip. So it was sort of funny how it all worked out. But Forrest and I ended up swapping some stories and things like that. We're on our phones showing each other pictures of animals from the collections. And if any one of you remembers my red blood python, Danielle, just an absolute beauty of an animal and a monster. You know, Forrest just fell in love with her and said he had to have her. Of course, I said, no way, you can't buy my pet. And he gave me a price, and then I thought, okay, maybe you can buy my pet. But in reality, I mean, he's an awesome collector with a fantastic facility with hopes and dreams of building it into a zoo with educational stuff and things like that. So he's got a lot of amazing things going on. And I really wanted to go check his stuff out. And he offered me something that I couldn't refuse. I mean, you know, money is always good, but Forrest actually is a rodent breeder. And if you offer me enough rodents, you can have just about whatever, because I'm always in need of new rodents. And this guy's stuff is like grade A, primo stuff. I really enjoy it.
Like this is a B grade colossal rat.
That's the stuff that you send me all the time, and they love it.
Yeah, I try to give you the worst of the worst.
Thanks.
But no, most people say our B grade is nicer than anybody else's.
To me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're the top of the line.
So he excels as a rodent breeder. He excels as a reptile breeder, owner of RepTech. He's working with things like all kinds of cool species of Horridum. Horridum alvarezi. Check it out. What? He has an incredible, I'm undoubtedly the world's largest collection of Abronia. All kinds of different subspecies and species, subspecies, localities, all kinds of stuff. We went through his facility and spent hours looking through all that stuff. I'm going to get a video, guys, of that for you guys up, just so you can see these amazing arboreal alligator lizards. Really cool.
All that stuff. This guy is bringing me back to my childhood, catching alligator lizards and yucca plants.
We're both getting bit all over the place.
Bonding. Here, what's up? What's up, dude? Oh, got me good. This one was death rolling on me earlier. And And they're so funny. They act like
That
they're, yeah,
one's
like
good.
that. They act like they're gonna hold you forever.
But he's also known for his arboreal pythons and boas. He's got some absolutely stunning green tree pythons and some northern, I think, and basin as well, emeralds.
Out there that have some beautiful chondros, but this is a male. Very special animal. Over the years, since we've been tracking pedigrees since the 1970s, there's been maybe 4 or 5 significant blue males that have ever come out of Indonesia. This would be number 5. And they can put their hands in front of their face, and
it's that captive bred. Just, people. It's so funny to me when people give a species a bad rap based on imported animals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you grabbed me and took me half a world away and made me eat food I hate, and
it was
I
like
would never like it.
Me in Indonesia, you know, it was like beans and rice, it was birds and rice all the time, and it was like for breakfast.
Yep.
Day after day, and finally I'm like, there's got to be something else. Like, we can't have chicken and rice.
I can't just eat rice.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I need to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
He has a leucistic caiman.
So this is my one-of-a-kind crocodile morph. It's a caiman crocodilus, spectacle caiman, and I got it in 2012 as a neonate. I have 4 of its siblings. 2 of them, I believe, are het. And it's just a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime thing, you know, having a real, genuine, first-time croc morph. I mean, there's only a few people in the world that have ever been able to say that, so as far as being an animal collector, this is kind of as good as it gets.
At this size, she's big enough to do, well, like some serious damage.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But small enough to move 1,000,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
And just explosive energy. So, yeah, his deal was if I captured her out, we could do this. So I said, done.
Yeah.
I took a look at his hand and figured it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why not?
He's just an amazing guy to work with. Let me tell you a story about Forrest, okay? This dude is hardcore. You guys have seen my room. Again, it's feeding day here. Get a little light set up and everything like that, but I'm down here in the basement doing what I do, okay? Forrest, actually, when I went out to visit him, I was laughing because he has this giant, really cool reptile shed, and he's got a lot of stuff going on over there. But then when I get into his house with him and his wife Desiree, the whole place is just chock full of reptiles as well. So I crashed on his couch, literally felt like I was in the cloud forests in Central America because of all the abronia and the atmosphere and everything that I was there. And it was pretty crazy. So I talked to him on the phone the other day. I've been there twice now. I've been to his place twice now. But just the other day I was talking to him on the phone asking how he's doing. And he brought in a new manager to handle the rodent side of his operation. And the crazy thing was, I said, well, where are they staying? He said, oh, they're staying in the house. My wife and I actually moved out to the reptile room. Not only were the reptiles taking over his house before, now he just doesn't even have a house, and the dude is living in his reptile room. How hardcore is that? I mean, the guy is absolutely dedicated. You know, it reminds me of when I was living in Southern California, I had a Harley Davidson that I rode everywhere. For 13 years, I didn't have a car, I just rode a motorcycle. I remember carrying a 40-gallon aquarium on the back of the motorcycle one day, or when we were having kids, you know, big boxes of diapers from Costco driving down the street, and maybe not looking so cool, but absolutely loving what I was doing because I was so passionate about riding the bikes. Forrest is like that. The guy is so passionate about reptiles, he doesn't even have a place to live. He's actually like dedicated everything into these reptiles while he bootstraps and works hard and gets all this stuff put together so that he can build up a life for himself. But it's amazing to me that somebody's priorities would be so heavy into reptiles that they're packing their house out to the point of moving out of the house and into the reptile room. That's intense. So again, just a really awesome, passionate guy with an incredible collection. He's out of the Indianapolis area, so if you guys are ever there, which almost everybody is, as you drive one way or another, I mean, it's so centrally located in the United States, if you ever go through there, you gotta check out the RepTech stuff, pay him a visit, and say hey to my girl Danielle while you're there. One more thing, if you guys want to nominate somebody to be shouted out on Talk 'em Up Tuesday, obviously it has to be somebody I know, but that casts a pretty broad net. I know a lot of people. Just drop it in the comments. I would love to see who you guys would like to hear about. All right, back to feeding for me, but I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you here on Friday. Take care.